Today's December the 11th. I'm less sickly as what I was the last time we recorded. I guess this would be episode four. It's one of those lazy Sundays, and we've been talking about merchandise. I think all three of us have a little bit different taste in style and preference whenever it comes to stuff. And for me, I want to talk about as fans what's a have to like there's the regular team issue hats and jerseys and t-shirts and those kind of things, but like what are the things that really just make you all spend money when you go to the ballpark?
Those limited edition drops, kind of like Big League Chew did with the MLB earlier in the season. Um,
With lids, with
oh
the
yeah, with the hats.
the hats, yeah.
Yes.
They did another one that I really liked that was it was a horror movie drop that lids did. And I think the Reds, their hat was a Scream kind of color theme, and
Yeah,
the
because that's all Reds fans have been doing all season.
right.
Sorry.
I got choked up because Bob's just going to call you up, and where are you going to go? Where are you going to go, Sydney? Um, right? We're trapped. The Cubs, I think, though, had a Chucky. It was a Chucky color theme. I think maybe the Mets had a crystal lake or a Leatherface color scheme. I really like those. I'm picking up what you're putting down with that. Rick, what about you? What's something you guys to buy?
Got to buy the holiday stuff. The cat,
Oh,
the 4th of July hat. I think it's a Memorial Day hat. Mother and Father's Day hats. 9/11 hats. Just stuff like that. Because why not?
I
It's
like
cool. They change them every year.
they do, and the All-Star game is really good about that too. They'll do a release with the different teams and different logos, different color schemes. And I like that. So is that something that you all would like to see happen more? I know it's happened more over the last 10 years than maybe it ever did in the past, but traditionally minor league baseball and indie pro ball, um, not really a whole lot in the way of merch. Going up into the 90s, like there was always the bats and the balls and a hat, a t-shirt, and maybe a jersey, but it's really been the last 15, 20 years we've seen people really start to um, put out the individualized like um, alternate jersey kind of, I'm wearing one right now, our Charleston Dirty Birds. One of the teams in Charleston for the longest time was the Charleston Charlies, and they put out throwback hats to those kind of teams. So what would you like to see from Indy and minor league baseball? I know Marvel did a drop that we kind of poked fun at with the Oklahoma Dodgers a couple episodes ago. But what would you all like to see from Indy ball and minor league baseball as far as merchandise goes?
Um, Indie ball and just minor league in general, all their hats are New Era, and so New Era does a lot of like the limited edition drops. They're the ones that put out the Big League Chew hat. Um, Personally, I'd just like to see more of the limited edition drops carry over to indie league and minor league in general.
Now the official hat company did something like that with the Dirty Birds earlier this year that I really liked. They did a limited drop for some corduroy hats for the Charleston Dirty Birds, and they went with a dynamite box theme that looked really slick. I'd actually like to see the Charleston Dirty Birds take that and make it a an alt jersey that they'd use maybe a time or two throughout the season. Because I thought that design looked really good, and it didn't hurt that one side of the hat had a piece of flying toast on it.
Jacob will be right back. No, no, man. We can continue. He be back. He knows where he stopped off. I'd like to see I'd like to see him sell more merch.
Well,
I'm I'm a classic guy, man. I like the button up jerseys and stuff. I love my Dirty Birds. I hate the jerseys. I hate them. I wish they'd have a button up one for the Dirty Birds. I ain't going at them. I ain't going at them for it.
Well, no, but that's a different way they can get money off of us, right?
Hell, they can charge me more money if they want. I'll buy it.
I would like to see a Dirty Birds button up, um, with maybe I don't know, just it could be an alt jersey. It wouldn't have to be their official home jersey or anything, but it would be nice to see an alt button up home Dirty Birds jersey because over the course of the last season, they did all kinds of like stuff. I think it was the Homestead Grays. They did a button up throwback for them. I really dig those. We did the alternate Mothman jerseys, but those were pullovers. I'd like to see some button ups. And I know like contemporary with the Dirty Birds being, that ultra slick, clean, like updated logo design that they have. Like I would like to see them do a traditional button up. And what do y'all think about some Dirty Bird pinstripes?
I love it.
Absolutely.
Because I know we got some friends that sit over in the bird cage, um, down the baseline there, and I think pinstripes are kind of appropriate because they almost look like
Like
jail
the bars
jail
on a cage.
jail bars, yeah, or the bars on a cage, and I think that would be kind of cool. They could call it the birdcage design, and it'd be something cool and nifty for them. I'd like to see that in like a black and white, almost like a White Sox or a Yankee type of look to it. Maybe I don't know. That's just me spitballing. And I think for me, I like the historical stuff. Like, baseball's been around Charleston since 1910, 1911, something like that. Southern West Virginia's had a really good history of baseball. Not a whole lot of people know that Stan Musial played Class D baseball about 20 minutes from my house in Williamson, West Virginia, for the Williamson Colts, and then they were later renamed the Williamson Redbirds because they were a Cardinal affiliate. Um, so for me, I like the history stuff. So all those defunct, out of date identities that teams have had over the years, and Charleston's had a lot. And I think one of them, I actually watched a podcast I found on Twitter. I think it's from a guy I follow called Calibration. So shout out to him. He was talking about the San Juan Marlins. And the San Juan Marlins actually became the Charleston Marlins for a season, or for a couple months anyway, back in the 60s. And I think they're now the Gwinnett Stripers. Yeah, so they're currently still active in baseball. And those kind of things have always been things that I've leaned into. So of course I'm going to rock the pirate colored Charleston Charlie hat. And even though the I guess besides the Charlies, I guess the team they had the Charleston team that had the most success was the early '90s Wheelers team that was a Reds affiliate that won the Sally League championship, right?
Oh,
Um,
Pokey Reese played. Pokey Reese played for him.
Pokey, yeah, Pokey Reese, Jason LaRue. There was a whole host of Trevor Hoffman, right?
Yep.
There was a whole host of players on that team that Hoffman might be the only Hall of Famer that Charleston's had. And see, I hate even saying that because I know Dave Parker played for the Charlies, and Dave Parker, as much as I'm a Reds fan, Dave Parker was a man.
Or as Jacob calls him, Charlie Parker.
Charlie Parker. I like that. I don't know if they would punch me in the face if I call him Charlie Parker or not, but that would be interesting. And I think one of the things that we kind of connected on over the summer was different merchandise. Jacob would wear the Charleston Alley Cats jersey. I'd have my Charlie stuff. And what did you all think about the City Connect stuff? I've got a couple things pulled up that I can share on screen so that people that are watching can see with us. Um, the Nike City Connect thing, I like. Like I'm a sucker for alternate stuff. Anything else I can buy that's got a connection to the team, I probably will. What do y'all think about some of the City Connect stuff?
I love San Diego's. It's
Now,
it's very tropical.
this one, right?
That's a white screen, Travis.
Yes,
Oh,
that one.
okay. There
It
we
took a
go.
minute to load, but yeah, that one. It's just very tropical and very California themed. Um, I was actually looking at them earlier, and the Brew Crew came up. I love the Brew Crew one, and actually I played the Show 22, and I got traded to the Diamondbacks from the Yankees mid-season, whatever. Um, and their Serpentico City Connects. I like those a lot too.
I like the Giants one and Colorado's, even though I called the Giants the Guardians earlier because I'm an idiot. But I think out of them two, I like Colorado's.
So Rick, if you had to pick between the two with Colorado and San Francisco, there can only be one. Which one wins?
Probably Colorado.
Now, see,
I like that look.
I would say yes to Colorado, and we're from West Virginia. We have mountains. I like Colorado's a whole lot. I don't understand the hats, and that's the only reason I can't give the win to Colorado over San Francisco on it. Um, Maybe that's part of a state logo or something, but San Francisco's is really clean. I like that they put the bridge on the shoulder or on the sleeve. I like that they only used orange and white. They didn't even use a black to highlight anything. I see what Jacob's saying with San Diego now that it's like tropical, it's beachy, like and this is the one that I really didn't get. Not a whole lot. Like the Angels jersey, I got a little bit more because the Angels jersey looked more like surfer, kind of laid back. But now that you've said that, I understand San Diego's a little bit more. I think my problem with San Diego is I would have preferred it to have been Miami's. The Heat had those jerseys. There's Miami Vice. There's GTA Vice City. Like this color scheme and everything just kind of screams like Miami to me. And it's the only reason that I will say as much as I dislike the Brewers and the Cubs, the Brewers were solid. Um, I think Brewers make my top three.
It's kind of hard to screw up Brew Crew.
Well, if you don't pick Brew Crew as the imagery across the chest, right, as the team name across the chest, if you don't pick Brew Crew as your team name across the chest, I think you messed that up.
Yep.
And Chicago with Wrigleyville. All right, so Battle of Chicago. South side and north side, you got Wrigleyville, you got the White Sox. Which one y'all taking in that?
Wrigleyville.
Yeah, Wrigleyville.
I like South Side, but I don't like South Side more than I like Wrigleyville. Um, I think they did something really cool with that. Washington's I think is one of the only ones that I really dislike, besides Boston's, and I hate saying that.
I think the reason why Boston's is yellow is I think their state flag's yellow. I could be wrong on that.
Yeah, and I think it has a lot to do with like the state flag and the license plate and those kind of things. But wouldn't y'all for me, and I'm more of a graphics person. I dabble, you guys know I do comic books and all kinds of other stuff, but for me with Boston, I went with green and white and clovers and just made it a St. Patrick's Day jersey almost.
Yep.
I don't know because I don't think it's bad to even like steal or borrow um your other sports teams colors for this. Like with the White Sox, I would have loved for them to have stole some Chicago Bulls red and black. Um I think that'd have won it for me. Um
I mean, just look at Pittsburgh sports. The Penguins are black and yellow. The Pirates are black and yellow. The Steelers are black and yellow. Like they're using the same colors for every team.
Yeah, because they're too damn lazy to make a new color.
So Jacob's calling them out right now. 2023, I think every MLB team is going to have a City Connect jersey. So Pittsburgh, if you don't have yellow and black, actually I'd like to see you not have yellow and black as your City Connect color, but
But
even
every other team should borrow from that same city's team.
what's
See,
what's this?
Pittsburgh could do really well with their City Connect. They could put a big steel mill on their jersey or some crazy stuff, or the the Steelers logos from the what was that, 60s or 70s, the old steel worker running across the steel beam.
Oh yeah, and give him a baseball bat in hand or something.
Yep.
Oh, that'd be sweet. That would be. Um, I and since it is the 11th of December, one of the things that I came across my Twitter timeline earlier is Rocket City. Rocket City is a affiliate of the Los Angeles Angels, and they are doing a kind of tip of the hat to their major league team with the Halo Blue Rocket City Trash Panda jerseys. So they've kind of made a little RC with the letters of the city there. That's got a rocket and a halo going on. What do y'all think about this?
I dig it. Of course, I'm a sucker for anything Rocket City because I think the Trash Panda's name is genius to begin with. You know, everybody hears Trash Panda, they're like, "Oh, it's going to be a little panda," but no, it's a raccoon. Like that's genius.
Well, and for me, I think it's really cool because they've leaned into like nicknames for animals, right? Trash Panda being a nickname for a raccoon. It's like Murder Log is a nickname for an alligator, right? So I wouldn't be opposed to seeing like some Alabama murder logs like going on somewhere. If somebody was going to, kind of rebrand a team down in Alabama, if we got some minor league teams down in there, um, if that's something you want to use, send me a quarter and a hat, and I'll be happy with it. Um, so and this is what I was talking about earlier. We have minor league and indie ball teams that do these things to kind of individualize themselves and put themselves away from those teams they've been associated with in the past and those major league brands, the trademarks and all those kind of things. It's really hard for licensing to really get past. You being the Oklahoma City Dodgers and there's the Los Angeles Dodgers, and you can name yourself the Dodgers, just don't use the Dodger D or any of those things, right? And I think that's a little bit disappointing, but it also gives them an opportunity to really represent where they're from. And with professional sports, you can have a favorite player because you like the way they play, or a favorite team because that's what we grew up in, or that's what my family's always cheered for. With minor league and indie baseball, you like them, you're fans of them because they're you. It represents your city, it represents your town or your state. Um, so them standing out and individualizing themselves a little bit more is fantastic to see. Um, so I guess my question is going forward, knowing that everybody's got to have a City Connect jersey this year, um, what do y'all want to see from teams that we haven't seen any City Connect jerseys from?
Um, I don't really know, honestly.
I've got
Um,
I've got a nomination.
okay,
New York, the Bronx Bombers.
yeah.
I want to see Bronx Bombers. If not Bronx Bombers, I want to see. They're not going to brand Murderers Row, so it's going to have to be Bronx Bombers. But it'd be really cool to see a something like that, and it's more team based instead of city based, maybe. But I mean, it's they're the Bronx, so Bronx Bombers, I think, ends up being what that looks like. I don't know what the Mets would do.
Um, where do they play out of?
Flushing.
Flushing. I was gonna say maybe if they were close to Brooklyn at all, you could do the Brooklyn Mets and kind of base it off the Brooklyn Nets stuff.
Well, there's also the history of the Brooklyn teams, right? With the Dodgers and the Giants. Um, and the Mets, I think the Mets kind of took the blue from the Brooklyn Dodgers and the orange from the Brooklyn Giants, and kind of married those things together. So I think it'd be kind of cool to see them, kind of tip the hat to one of those teams. Um, might not be as accurate as what some people would want it to be. What about for the Reds? It being Cincinnati, I know. Unless they have a person driving a car and it's very obvious from the imagery that the person can't drive the vehicle because of Ohio drivers, I know they're going to go with Queen City. I just
Yeah, I
don't
was
know.
gonna say I think Queen City is the obligatory response here.
So how you make it look good?
Get rid of the Castellinis. Oh wait, we're not talking about the franchise. Sorry.
Um,
Well, I mean, you could always have Rosie Red with the flag that says "Sell the Team Bob" on the jersey or the breast pocket or shoulder or something. But
you could have Rosie with like a crown hitting a home run or something into the city skyline.
Skyline Chili.
now, see, I would like to see like more team sponsored branded jerseys. Now, hear me out. You got the Reds, with their C and everything else. All the existing imagery. There's Mr. Redlegs and all that other fun stuff, right? We even got the Charlie Hustle. I forget his
Capper.
name. Yeah, so we got all that, but we know Skyline Chili is almost 100% lock. Probably one of the biggest like local food sponsors that Cincinnati has, right? You take the blue and the yellow and the white of the Skyline Chili, and you do an alt drop, the Skyline Chili drop of the Cincinnati Reds jerseys, maybe with blue pinstripes, blue and yellow C with the Reds.
Like that.
I think it'd be kind of fun, right?
I'd buy it.
Or you
Yeah,
even or with Skyline Chili, you know how Skyline Chili's got their signature logo, right? You do
Yep.
Cincinnati and the same kind of signature as Skyline Chili, and it's a blue jersey with yellow writing across the front of it. And if you like cheese or mustard or whatever on your Skyline Chili, like it's really spaghetti with chili sauce on it, right? Chili and cheese on top of it is that's what we're talking about, right?
yeah.
Yeah, because whoever puts mustard in or on chili needs to be checked at a mental institution.
If it's on a hot dog, though,
Absolutely not. I hate mustard.
He
Rick,
had a big rant about mustard in the middle of Sam's Club yesterday. So
I'm sorry I missed it. So is there anything else that you all would like to see from Major League Baseball with those alternate things? I like the alt jerseys, the alt hats. City Connect, I think, is fantastic. It's something to look forward to.
they should open up fan submissions like a sweepstakes. Submit like a mock-up jersey, pick one winner, and then they're produced for like a game.
The problem with that is Nike wouldn't own it, or the fan would get paid. X amount of dollars so Nike would own it.
Yeah, I mean that's how they could do it. Is like the winner gets so much money and Nike gets the rights to the jersey.
Well, and I'm not opposed to that. You guys know that I'll mess around and tinker with stuff, and that's how we made our Toast jerseys to celebrate Rod's 30th year as the Toast Man in Charleston, right?
I think it was his like 35th year.
No, it was 30th.
Was it 30?
It was
Yeah,
30th.
he started in 91. Or no, he started in 92, I
Two,
believe.
92, 93. Um, maybe the 92 season. So that
Yeah, I
would
think it
make
was the
sense.
92 season because I'll be 31 in a week or so. So,
Oh God, you will, won't you?
yeah.
Whoops.
Oh, he's still a baby. I'm over here with
I'm
COVID.
28. Shut up.
I'm over here with COVID-19. I'm almost 40, Rick. Almost 40. Um, God, I'm old. Anyway,
Me too.
now that everybody's depressed about their age, since Jacob's the baby of the group.
Rick's the baby.
You're how old, Rick?
28.
Oh my God. Now I feel like the old man that should be buying like beers at the gas station for y'all or something. Like I'm 30, I'm 37. I'll be 38 this year.
You're
40,
old.
40 and death are knocking on my door. No, I joke about that. It's a young 40, and a lot of people say that I don't seem it, and I appreciate those lies and compliments. Um, so with everything that we talked about, what would you all like to see from our local team? What would you like to see from the Charleston Dirty Birds as far as alt jerseys? Would we like to see a City Connect jersey? Let's do that. Charleston City Connect jersey. What's it look like?
A button up first off.
Oh,
Button
thank
up.
God.
I hate these stupid pullovers.
I do like the button ups better than the pullovers. Every Charleston Dirty Birds jersey that I have is a pullover. They're throwback jerseys, the Wheeler jerseys, the Power jerseys, the Alley Cat jerseys. All of them are button ups.
No,
So
not you.
first, we'd like to see a Charleston button up. Secondly, what would we like to see with that Charleston button up?
Well, they did the Mothman this year. I think if they're gonna do a City Connect, maybe the New River Bridge or even the Flatwoods Monster.
I'd like to see a K City. Canal City. There's a couple different ways you can mess with it, right? So,
Yeah, you put
so,
crackheads in it.
so not nice, Rick. Um, Canal City. Everybody's called it K City for the longest time. K City would be kind of cool. As far as nicknames within the city are concerned, I would like to I like to see a Charlie West jersey. I think that'd be kind of cool to see. There's even some nicknames like Chemicalville. I know that might be something that you know.
Chemical Valley, Chuck City.
There's a couple different ways you can play with it, right? So I think that would be kind of fun to see. But if we're going to go like West Virginia Day or that kind of thing, I think a button up where maybe we keep our Dirty Bird branding and we go with the flag colors, blue and yellow, red and white, and we could if we're talking about West Virginia and West Virginia Day, you can toss the gorge in there, and as long as you have a parachute attached to them and it's pretty obvious, you could have somebody jumping off the bridge for Bridge Day. That'd be kind of nice. That's I might mess around. I might mess around and see if I can come up with this a City Connect. Charleston skyline, aside from the Capitol, I don't think is.
It's not all that impressive.
Well, I'm just imagery. Like there's nothing very iconic or unique about it, except for the state capitol.
Yeah.
So I think as far as like the skyline's concerned, I might be able to play around with something like that. And I don't know
Oh, it's the big one.
what.
You got to have a Toast Man jersey.
Well, we could actually show the fans the Toastman jersey that I made, right? Um, I haven't really thought about doing a new one for this year. I just actually sent the wife to the post office the other day to mail out the handful that I have left. So Craig Houston, if you're listening via Twitter or YouTube or Spotify or whatever, I still got your jersey, sir. And as soon as I get out of quarantine and feel appropriate mailing people stuff, I'll send that out to you. I will. I'll mess around and maybe next week with episode what would it be episode 5.
5.
I done lost count already, so yeah, we'll go with it.
Um, maybe I can toss around some different Charleston City Connect what if designs, and you guys can tell me if we should keep them, if we should kill them, or maybe just retweak it or something. I don't know. That'd be kind of cool. Anything else merchandise related that you all?
Um, just back to minor league merchandise in general, man. The Columbia Fireflies have some of the best out right now
Oh, I
Yeah,
know where this is going.
talk about
with
that
their
glow in the dark
glow in
hat.
the dark hat.
Yeah,
Yes, because who makes Firefly merch and doesn't make it glow in the dark? Because anybody that knows what a Firefly does, it just makes sense.
I still like to call them the Columbia Lightning Bugs. Just out of out of sprite and being contrary. But no,
Wait, so Columbia can do that with a hat. Why doesn't the Dirty Birds make Dusty's little light thingy up here glow in the
oh
dark?
oh his mining lot.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Wow.
You had a smart thought.
Heck, I about cussed. I about you may about say me cuss word.
We've kept this one PG so far, y'all. Um, which might be better than the other 4.
I mean, to be fair, they're marked as they're not made for kids on YouTube. So,
fair, fair. Whereas on Spotify, I am clicking the all ages button. So, parents, I apologize in advance.
And to anybody listening to us, we're not talking about toast that you eat.
No,
I should tell somebody that 4 episodes in if they ain't figured it out yet.
no. It's this. This isn't a cooking show. I think I explained the last episode. We are a baseball community family, and we have named ourselves after our beloved
Mentor.
our beloved mentor Rob Blackstone and the Toast section. And Rod is affectionately known in Charleston as the Toast Man. So that's why this is Talking Toast. Um, you know what? Like I've messed around, like, because this kind of feels like the Jerky Boys a lot of times, right? And I've called it the Toasty Boys sometimes out of jest, and I kind of want to make a like a knockoff or like a homage Nasty Boys shirt. Not the pro wrestling tag team, but the Cincinnati Reds.
Cincinnati Reds, Rob Dibble, and
The
whoever
Cincinnati
else.
the Cincinnati the Cincinnati Reds. Rob is the most memorable of that group, but
Yes.
they have a really cool Nasty Boy shirt that I seen at the ballpark this past year, and I think that kind of be, I might steal the layout of that and see what I can do about a Toasty Boys T-shirt, and if we like it, we can maybe keep it, print copies of it, and if anybody be crazy enough to want one, we might be able to
Help
facilitate
you out.
something with that. Maybe it'll give us a little bit of dollars so that we can upgrade some cameras and maybe get a green screen so people can't see my microwave. And I don't
I'm
know.
glad your microwave's got the right time on it.
Well, I would be beside myself if it wasn't. It's one of those. There's not many things that bother my soul. The microwave not having the right time on it is one of those things. My car doesn't have to be clean inside or out. Not picky about a whole lot of stuff.
But that damn microwave has to have the right time on it.
It better. It better, or I want to destroy it. We got about 2 minutes, 30 seconds left. I'm gonna mess around. You know, I've been sickly. I ain't had a whole lot to do. If I end up, I ain't going out anywhere. I might be working from home the next couple of days. Depends on how many times I test positive, right? It's rough, y'all. I almost made it 3 years without testing positive for the COVID. I thought for sure I'd catch it from you all at the ballpark, and nope. It's the
Hold the hell on here. I've got the heart condition. If I get it, I'm dead.
Well,
They
and
ain't getting it for me.
well, and we joke about it and stuff, but the ballpark was one of those safe places that you can actually go out and not have to worry about getting sick and all that other stuff. And pandemic and everything kind of shut it down in 2020, and 2021 was all kinds of fun with
Weird.
it. 22 has been a blast. Nothing but good thoughts about the ballpark, and a suggestion to anybody out there that does have any kind of anxiety from being locked up for 2.5 years and whatever, like we were.
Go to a Charleston Dirty Birds game and sit in the toast section. Your life will be changed forever. Trust me.
Or a ballpark in general. But yes, if you are local, if you're in West Virginia, section 107. The only thing I'm going to tell you is don't sit in row A or B because those are air seats.
I'll fight you.
We might fight. Section 107, 108. Whole section's great. We do seventh inning stretch and throw toast to people and make all kinds of baseball players mad.
And then sometimes they throw toast at us.
Well, when you talk about their hairline,
Yeah, well, that happens on them big jobs.
I crossed the line that one time, but we got about 30 seconds left, so I'm going to go ahead and do a sign off for Jacob, Rick, and Travis. This is Talking Toast.
And don't forget, you are toast.
You are toast. I like that sign off. That's a good one, Rick. All right, fellas. I'll see you next time.
Yep.